welcome to the Nexus and our T800 podcast. There's a few things I want to get off my chest for starters, and there's a few things I'm going to discuss about what's happening with the build now, and we've seen up to issue 71, so I'm going to bring you that information as well. If you check out our Facebook page, you'll know that I put podcast/rant, and I want to just get this off my chest. So I'm going to start with this first. Firstly, I want to say that we've been getting our subscriptions. There hasn't been a stop in people getting their subscriptions. They've been getting them as and when they're supposed to, and that's okay. But for people like myself who click from the newsagents, we were limited to fortnightly. So every 2 weeks an issue would come out. Now, we thought, no, that's fine. There was a letter in the magazines that stated because of the current situation globally and because of what was happening in China at the time, that there was going to be a slight delay in magazines coming out. This was so that they didn't run out of stock and that they could continue to bring them out. Firstly, I want to say that's BS. Total BS. And I'll tell you why. Because subscribers haven't stopped. They haven't stopped. At this point in time, they are four issues ahead. And I do believe they're due to get another delivery very soon, which means that there'll be 8 issues ahead. And the reason I say this is that the reason they took it to fortnightly was because of the situation. They explained it in the note. I can't seem to find the note. I probably threw it in the bin. But I remember that the note clearly said that they were doing it so they didn't run out of issues. So there wasn't a problem in their chain. So we wouldn't stop receiving our subscriptions, which is fine. We was like, that's fine. And there was a time when they were told that there was also going to be a longer period for subscribers as well. But like I said, that was complete BS because subscribers are now 4 issues ahead. And in a couple of weeks' time, they're going to be even further ahead. Now, this tells me that they had the stock originally, which makes me wonder why they went fortnightly. Now, you might say that I just sound a bit hard done by it. You know, to be fair, maybe I do. You know, I've stuck with this at the newsagents through the whole lot, and I've been getting my issues. But yeah, it's very frustrating, especially when you're doing YouTube videos and stuff like that you're that far behind. It's frustrating. It's just a very frustrating situation. But like I said, the reason I'm upset, it's not because we've been getting them fortnightly, it's because we were told that if we didn't get them fortnightly, there would be a period where we'd get no magazines at all. So we were under the impression, okay, we'll do our part. You release them every 2 weeks to help you, and we'll get them every 2 weeks, and everything will be hunky-dory and nice. We thought we were helping, and they haven't been. Now, I don't know whether it's to do with the chain of releasing, and I know that some newsagents were closed during the current situation. And maybe that's why they chose to do it fortnightly. But like I said, the original letter that came with the build from Hachette said that it was because they didn't want to run out of issues, and there was going to be a slight delay in getting new issues from their supplier in China. So obviously weekly people took that on the head and said, okay, we'll get it fortnightly. Now, subscribers will probably... I was under the impression that there was going to be, instead of every 4 weeks, you would get them every 6. So there was like a 2-week gap between them. But that never happened, and subscribers still managed to get their subscription sort of on time or thereabouts, meaning they catched up quite a bit. But yeah, like I said, now they're 4 issues ahead, and I think in the next couple of weeks they're going to be even further, maybe 7 or 8 issues ahead from the weekly subscribers. So I just wanted to get that off my chest because it's very annoying and frustrating that that's happened. Like I said, it might just be me and the heat and everything else, but it just really cheesed me off slightly that we thought that us weekly subscribers were doing our bit and no one else was, and now we're quite far behind. But I have to point this out, that it is frustrating to see people getting more bits in the build, but this is not a race. It's a marathon, not a race. And we all will finish with the same product at the end of the day, whether we are 4 or 8 issues ahead or whatnot. But yeah, it's just slightly frustrating, and I wonder if other people felt the same. But I just wanted to get that off my chest, because it was what happened. So, where are we with the build? So, we're completing the ankle now. Most people, subscribers, have now attached the ankle to the knee. I still have to do that, because we are now back to weekly collections for it. So we've gone from 2 weeks to weekly again, which is really good, and we're up to speed with that. So I've been sent a list, or the issues up to issue 71, which is really cool. It's worth noting that the feet are coming, and I think the toes and parts of the feet are covered over 3 issues, and the toes and those sections at the bottom are die cast. They're die cast pieces. And issue 71, we finish the foot and we attach the foot to our ankle, and he'll be come issue 71, he'll be complete, at least down one side of him, so you'll have a hand and a complete foot as well. It's going to be very interesting to see where they go with issue 72, whether they start on the left hand or the left leg, or even the base. So it's going to be really interesting to see. Also as well, mine is on my desk at the moment, but moving it is becoming more and more difficult, and I've seen some people on the sites taking the arms off and the legs so they don't get damaged. And my fear now is that that there might be more damage with me moving parts and bending stuff to try and to fix the parts to it. So I'm just going to poddle along, and hopefully it works all right. But yeah, so we now are up to issue 71. We know we're getting the ankle, the foot, and we're attaching the foot by issue 71. We get the last bits of the feet, and we actually attach it. So that's really good to know. Though I think I'm only on issue 64. So there's a fair way. If you subscribe, I think you're up to issue 66 or 67, around that time. So if you're getting your next subscription, you'll probably end up attaching the foot as well. And by then as well, you'll be able to see the actual length and how big this is as well. Because you know, seeing it laid out, but seeing it with a complete foot, you'll be able to work out how big this thing is going to be. So there's that to look forward to. We can speculate slightly. Maybe we're going to start on the left foot or the left arm. I would have thought we'd go down, but I got a funny feeling that I may break it up slightly. And it's understandable that we're more than halfway through our build, and come up to issue 71, we're obviously more than halfway through our build, and we've only just done the right side of the foot. Though we've got the chest, the pelvis and the head, there's still less than half the build to go. You know, there's still sort of 60 50 odd issues left, and in that we've got the chest plate, the base, the other arm, the other leg, all the pipes and everything else. So I'm wondering whether the issues are going to start building up, because I know that some of the parts of the issues have been very, very light on content, on parts really, in contrast to things like the Ecto 1. Though I think with Ecto 1 the pieces have been quite small in each stage. The pieces are a lot bigger, and it seems that we're getting more when we're not. I mean, if you saw on one of my videos, the floor plan was just screwing in that bit. And though it looks really big, it's just one piece. And with our T800, we've been getting not a lot to do. and there just seems to be quite a lot still to do, but not many issues, if you know what I mean. You know, we've got the base, the back of the head, the chest plates, the arm, the leg, all the pipe work, all the wiring as well, all the lights on the base. We still don't know whether the base is coming as a separate piece, but I'm under the impression that it won't be a separate piece, and we'll have to connect it together in some fashion. And obviously there's going to be like a diorama section on there with skulls and stuff like that, where we have to screw them in. We'll definitely have to wire up the lighting system that it has. So that's something else that we'll have to do with that. So, like I said, there's not many issues left. There's less than half, and this is more than halfway through, and we've got one side of him. There is the other side to do, but I'm hoping that the parts sort of pick up slightly and we get a lot more parts coming in. But that's really it. So yeah, so sorry about my rant at the start of the video, but I think I just needed to get that off my chest. And it's exciting that we're now getting the foot, and come issue 72, we're going to find out what other bits we're going to be doing, where we're starting next. You know, speculation, could it be the base? Could it be the arm? Could it be the left leg or arm? Could we be getting pipes for the thing? Like I said, I think there may be we've been doing the leg now for... I'm trying to think now. When did we start the leg? I think it was issue 58, you know. So we've been doing this for, what was it, 71, so 58, 68 is you know, is 10 issues just for the leg. And that's amazing to even think about. That's 10 issues just for part of the leg. And then you've got another, so you're looking at like 12 or 13 issues just for the leg. Yeah. So that would take, so if we do another 12 issues for the other side after issue 72, that would take us up to around 80, 86, 87 maybe for that other leg. And then you've got, you know, there's 120 issues. So there's still quite a lot of issues, but it just seems to be a lot more to do. You know, we've got the back of the head, we've got all the wiring to do, we've got the chest to put on. I keep going over, but I'm trying to think, you know, what could come. I'm hoping that they build up the amount that we get in each issue. That's what I'm hoping. But yeah, it is what it is. But anyway, thank you for listening. Thank you for hearing me ramble on about this on an absolutely boiling day. It's so nice outside. It's so hot in here. I've got fans and windows open and everything else, but it's still so really warm. So I hope everyone's keeping cool at the moment. But yeah, that's just the way it is, I suppose. With the build and everything else. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting and subscribing to me. Remember to share the video as well if you can. And we'll see you at the next video. But thanks for listening.